YouTubers, it is I, Hellgear, and it's time for another Splatoon 2 discussion. Again, to those of you who are new and are wondering what's up with these discussions, the Squid Research Lab channel on your Switch has these wonderful little articles about the Splatoon 2 discussion. And I'm going to read them off like I always do. So please, share your thoughts and opinions on these discussions in the comment section below. I'm looking forward to hearing from all of you. And as I sip my water, I'm going to get ready to read about this next article. No more if you can't read the font, you guys. I will read it off to you. So they're talking about ink recovery up and tenacity this time around. And I guess we're starting to do the whole headgear based things, because in the previous one they did opening gambit. Now, before I get into this, I just want to talk a little bit about ink recovery up. Personally, I consider ink recovery up as like, you know, to make a similarity in Call of Duty. It's like the extended clip, you know. Ink recovery will essentially let you reload quicker. You know, it's actually, no. Let's try that again. It's like double tap for Call of Duty Zombies. Yeah. And tenacity, y'all know about tenacity. You know, I actually like this. Because again, just like opening gambit, tenacity is headgear exclusive. A headgear exclusive ability. And a good example of headgear that has tenacity is the gas mask. The gas mask primarily has tenacity. Hello Inklings and Octolings, welcome to a series of articles that's all about gear abilities. Not only will you learn helpful info, as usual, but we'll also give out free in-game gifts with each article. In the 7th article, we'll be giving you tips on the ink recovery up and tenacity abilities. That's right. The ink recovery up increases your ink tank refill rate. Okay, so essentially I was right about it being double tap. It's faster reload speed. One good thing to note about reloading is that if you just hide in your ink, you'll reload at a slow rate. But if you swim around while you're reloading, or you're refilling your tank, it reloads faster. When this ability is stacked at its best, your ink recovery rate can speed up 1.5 times while submerged in ink and 2.7 times when in kid form. In addition to needing less time to refill when submerged, you can recover quite a bit of ink in kid form as well. You may be able to use this ability when holding down the fort on unsplattable areas while on wire netting. Okay, so essentially this is a good ability to have for splat zones. Alright. Splat zone friendly. If you stack ink recovery up ability with others like Ink Saver main or sub, you can greatly increase your weapon use by extending your ink tank or quickly refilling it. Yeah. That's the one I was talking about. So Gunning Saver and Bombing Saver. So Gunning Saver is like your extended mag. I guess ink recovery up would be like fast hands. But yeah. Faster refilling up on tanks is great. And it's good to actually combine those with the ink sabers as mentioned, because you use less ink. The tenacity ability exclusive to headgear, told you, slowly fills your special gauge whenever your team has fewer active players. For example, if your team is short one active member, the special gauge increases by 2.1 points per second and is multiplied for each additional teammate down. Yeah, that's very helpful in rank. And most importantly, and this is one thing I want to note, if by some odd chance and I've noticed this during my play, in regular play and even Splatfest play. Say you start the match and you have someone just drop, right? Well, since you're essentially down one teammate, Tenacity just, yeah, it helps you out. The special gauge decreases every time you're splatted, so make sure you put it to good use. This has a helpful ability for those that focus on surviving and turning the tides with special weapons. Happy Munchie. However, even if your special gauge is full, you're still in a pinch if you're short on teammates. It'll be important to strategize how to best use your special weapon until your teammates return. As a bonus, we'll be giving you 20 ink recovery up chunks. So, yeah, really good stuff there. And of course, you get these chunks by clicking the links in the articles. So, essentially, that's the gist of things. Again, one of the examples of headgear that has tenacity is the gas mask. You know, there are other. I think there's one of the headbands has tenacity as well. It's really a good way to pump your gauge back up. Because remember, when you're splatted and it said that your gauge goes down, no, you lose half of your gauge. You essentially lose half of your gauge, and that's why Special Saver is a good thing to have as well. So you don't lose as much gauge each time you get smacked. Right? So having a faster reload time on ink sabers combined with tenacity is really good. And it's nice that they did the ink refill with tenacity, because that's a really good perk combo. So if you as a Splatoon player have your gas mask with tenacity as the primary perk, and then your other three are ink recovery ups, you can really work your gas mask's primary perk to the fullest. Combine that with gunning saver or bombing saver, as they said, and you might just be really stacked on your tank, or you can really put some efficiency into your tank, which is a good thing to have. Ink economy is a rather interesting meta strat, and yeah, something I'll be looking forward to a lot more. But that's all I'm going to say on this discussion. Got to admit, that's great advice. More Splatoon 2 discussions are on the way. Hey. So please remember to share your thoughts in the comment section below, and even any stories on how tenacity helped you in your ink battles, whether they be regular turf war or ranked, or even Splatfest. I'd love to hear them. Well, for now, I can't say take my goose from the oven. I have some chunks to collect. So I'm done. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.